Welcome back. You're tuned into Power Breakfast on CNBC TV 18. And now we have a research team joining in with us to set you up for the trade, what the trade setup is looking like, which are the important stocks to watch out for in trade. Good morning and thank you so much everyone for joining in with us this morning. And Hormaz, I'm going to start with you. What are the important market cues we're keeping an eye out on today?
Good morning, Vinny. We were speaking about levels yesterday and they came into play as well on the higher side for the Nifty. After a day and a half of very strong moves on the upside, we saw some profit booking at higher levels, back to levels of 24,200, gave up all the gains that the index had seen on Wednesday, and it has in fact ended below Tuesday's closing level, which is below the mark of 24,200 has the Nifty. And despite this day and a half of an up move, we are still down for the week on the index. Now, what led the losses? It was the metal stocks, it was the pharma names, and extreme earnings reactions on the Nifty. They continued. Hindalco was the key culprit there because of the Novelis guidance suspension. That stock was the top loser. Trend elevated earnings expectations, not a bad quarter by any means. That fell 6.5% as well. And the similar elevated expectations are now from SBI as well, considering the fact that other PSU banks have reported healthy results. A month before these results, the SBI stock is up 10% in the last 1 month. The PSU bank index itself is up 7.5%. So lofty expectations from SBI as well. Also watch out for all of these railway PSUs, RVNL, Ircon, who reported results yesterday. There is margin compression across the board. We see if they'll react as well. On the levels as well, 24,200 is the first level on the Nifty, followed by 24,000 if we move any further down. For the Nifty Bank, though, it's still a rank outperformer compared to the Nifty. 52,000 on the upside remains the first level, as well as this week's low, which is 5,800. That was the key level to watch out for. Other than SBI, of course, Tata Motors, Ola Electric, some big earnings today. LIC, Ashok Leyland as well coming out with numbers. But for the week, the Nifty is down around 0.5%. Not much to talk about, but it's been a volatile week for the index. The GIFT Nifty so far is indicating a cautious start for our own markets despite a very strong handover from Wall Street.
Thanks so much for that, Hormaz. But let's move on. And Vamakshi, important stocks that one should be keeping on their radar today.
Well, good morning, Vinny. Let me first start off with Imami. Domestic volume growth came in at 1.6%. Revenue saw an uptick of 3%, but the net profit saw growth of almost 19%. Indian hotels is the next one I'm watching out for. Revenue out here saw an uptick of 30% nearly, or rather 27.4% to be very specific. Net profit, however, came in at 554 crores as compared to 167 crores in the same quarter last year, and this is mainly on account of a one-time gain. Gujarat State Petronet reported a revenue decline of almost 6.4%. Net profit was down nearly 38% for the company. Ircon reported a revenue degrowth of 19.3% and the net profit slid by 17.8% to 206 crores. ITD Cementation reported a growth of 23.6% in its revenue. Net profit declined by nearly 34.3% to 72 crores. Lupin reported a strong set of numbers as compared to what the street was expecting. Revenue came in at 5,672 crores. This is above the poll, and the net profit at 852 crore came in higher as compared to the poll of 747 crores. SAIL reported a weak set of numbers. It was a volume miss as well as realizations were under pressure. Revenues declined by almost 17% for the company, while net profit saw a sharp cut of 31%. NHPC's revenue saw an uptick of 4.1%, but the net profit saw a very sharp fall of almost 41%. GR Infra reported a weak set this time around. Revenue declined by 26% and the net profit slid by almost 11%. And lastly, keep an eye out on Cummins because it's the company has reported a good set of numbers. It's a beat as far as revenue, EBITDA and net profit is concerned, but a slight miss on the margins.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Vamakshi. But let's move on. And finally, Sudarshan, what are the important FNOQs that we are keeping an eye out on today?
Good morning, Vinny. So yesterday we saw profit booking after 2 days of surge, and this led to market closing in the red with Sensex and Nifty falling almost 1% each. And for today also, GIFT Nifty is indicating a subdued start. Now coming to flows, FIs continue to sell in the cash market. Yesterday they have sold almost rupees 5,000 crore. Even in the index futures, they have sold more than rupees 1,100 crore, and they've added short positions of more than 19,000, and it's at the same time, on the long side, they've added just 500 contracts. And with this long exposure by FIs now stand at 24.5%, we are seeing reduction in the last few days. And on the client side, we continue to see addition of longs. Yesterday, we saw addition of more than 2.5 lakhs. And with this long exposure on the client side, stands at 67.4%. On the option front, 24,300 call has seen addition of more than 19 lakh shares, and 24,400 call has seen addition of almost 19 lakh shares. And on the put side, 24,200 put has seen addition of 20 lakh shares with premium at 166. And with these important levels for Nifty, support is seen somewhere around 24,100 and resistance is at 24,400. Two stocks that are in the band today, those are AB Fashion and Grand News.
Okay, Sudarshan, thank you so much for that. But